What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am doing a quick hair tutorial. I mean, you guys have seen me do regular curls like a lot on my channel, but today is actually more of a review, and I'm reviewing the new Hi, I don't really know how to pronounce it. I'll put the name right here. It is the Hi curling iron, I believe that's what I say, H-A-I, and it is a 1-inch curling barrel with a clamp. The heating goes as high as 450 degrees Fahrenheit and as low as 265, I believe. What I like about this wand is you can adjust the temperature. On my lunge hair wand, I can't do that, so if you don't have the right hair texture or type for that wand, you can't really use it without damaging your hair. This I like because it caters to all hair types. So it caters to thin and fragile hair, normal hair, and thick and coarse hair. So I like that there's a nice range for everyone to use it. A 1-inch wand personally is best when your hair is a little bit shorter and you don't want to go any higher than that. So if you have short hair, I recommend the 1-inch. If you have longer hair, obviously you can go at a bigger curling iron, but I really like the way this looks for shorter hairs, so kind of like at your collarbone or higher. I also love that it has a nice little stand, so when it sits on the table, it doesn't move, and it has a nice ergonomic cord on it, so the cord doesn't get in your way. It's also quick heating. I mean, literally, I think it heated up in like 60 seconds. It was fast. So I also want to let you guys know that for different hair textures and types, like I mentioned, you're going to want to do different degrees. They recommend that if you have fine hair, to stick somewhere between 250 degrees Fahrenheit and 350 degrees Fahrenheit. They recommend that you also start practicing at the lowest temperature that you think your hair can hold, because obviously the less heat you use, the less damage you use, and so on. If you have average hair, you want to stick from 360 to 400 degrees, and if you have thick or coarse hair, you're going to want to stick to the 410 to 450 degree range Fahrenheit. I today am going to try to start at 395. I do have thick hair, but my hair itself is a little bit more fine, and since I do have blonde hair, there's been a lot of chemical, there's been a lot of damage, you guys know. So I am gonna stick at that 395, right below that 400 degrees, because while I do have thick hair and I probably could go a little bit higher, I'm gonna just stick on the safe side. So if you guys would like to see a little tutorial on how I just styled my hair for this everyday hair, and if you want to see a review, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I have already put a heat protectant in my hair, but if you guys do want to know what that is, I'm using the Amika Blockade Heat Defense Serum. So this I just put in my hair before applying any heat to it, and I just kind of run it, especially through the ends. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to part or section off my hair. I think I'm going to do it about halfway, so just above my ears, because my hair is at that length where it's a little bit hard to curl any further down. So I did decide to set the temperature to 395. It doesn't hit exactly 400. It goes from 395 to 415. So I'm going to start on the safer side. And I'm going, it's been a really long time since I have used a wand with a clip. So this is really gonna be an experience. It's been a while. So I think what I'm going to do is take a nice thick section like this. And what I'm going to do is start sort of somewhere, not quite in the middle, maybe just a little higher than that. And then of course I'm going to curl away from my face and make sure to leave a good section of the ends out. I will say having a clip with short hair is really helpful. So I'm gonna drop that and see, oh wow, how that looks. That curled really fast. So I think we're at the right temperature for my hair thickness. I'm really liking that. So I think we're gonna do the same thing and just keep doing those size sections down here. I feel like having a clip is really helpful for that lower layer of hair. So I don't know about you guys, but if you have short hair and you have just a wand with no clip, it is almost impossible to curl those under pieces of hair. So I'm just gonna drop that. That curls really fast, and honestly, it heated up really fast. The only thing, I think this piece I messed up. I think I should have left a little bit more out, but that's okay, because if you mess up, what you can do is go in with a straightener at the end and just flatten out those pieces that maybe you curled a little too much. So I'm really just going to give it a quick curl and drop it, and that adds a nice wave. I mean, it curls pretty fast. So far, I'm actually really liking this. Now the under pieces, I'm worried that, again, they're too short, and I don't want it to be curled. When you have short hair, you don't want to curl every single piece at the bottom because it ends up getting really bulky. So I'm gonna leave that there. But I love having the clip. Like, it's been so long. Not having a clip and then going back with one makes it almost easier. Leave that as is, but I will definitely go in and just kind of like flatten these ends. They flip out too much, in my opinion, for me. Alright, now moving on, I'm just going to let down the second half of my hair, and I'm going to part it however, whatever feels right. I feel like close to the center is usually how I do it, just like a little bit off center. So now I'm going to take a section of this front piece, and I'm going to give it just like a nice little curl. And down. Wow, that turned out really pretty. I like that. Now I'm going to take this piece and start right about there and do the same thing. So I like to hold it for a second with just the one curl, and then we'll go down a little further and drop. I really like the way that that's turning out, much better than how my wand does. And now we'll take another piece. So really, you don't even have to hold very long with this. I mean, it curls instantly as long as you're at the right heat temperature for your hair. I just can't believe like how long it's been that I haven't used a clip for my hair, and it just makes curling my short hair so much easier and like quicker. Another reason you don't want the temperature to be too hot for your hair is when you do use a hot tool that has a clamp like this, that's how you create those lines in your hair from the heat. So if it's too hot, it's instantly going to create that like crease exactly where you clamped it, and that's not cute. So you want to be careful of that, and you also just want to be quick about how long you leave the clamp there. So leaving it too long and when it's too hot is the issue, and that's why you get those little lines in your hair. So it's a really good way to tell, hey, this is too hot, or I'm leaving this too long in one spot. So now my hair has been curled, and at this point I might just kind of like run my fingers through a portion of it just really lightly once it's kind of cooled down. You want it to hold that shape. And if you feel like it's too heavy at the bottom, because sometimes I feel like it's just, I don't like it to be too heavy at the bottom, what I'll do is just take like smaller pieces, and I'll go through with the wand and just sort of like create a little bit of texture so that there's like some movement going on at the top there. I feel like it just helps add a little something. It makes it feel not so perfect, I guess. I don't really like perfect looking hair. I like it to have like a nice little texture going on, so I usually just add maybe 2 or 3 pieces on each side, depending. Sometimes I like a little bit of asymmetry, so I might do 3 on the side that's fuller and 2 on the other, just to add, you know, I think this time I'm gonna do 3 on both. Now my hair too, I should mention, is actually is freshly cleaned, so it might turn out differently when it's a little dirtier. It is easier to curl your hair when it's dirty, but this did a really great job. I kind of wanted to test it on freshly cleaned hair to see just how good it was, and honestly it curled pretty well. Finally, I'm going to add some Amika touchable hairspray. This is not sponsored by Amika, nor is this video really about them, but I figured I would just use 2 of the same brand just to get a good idea. And also this hairspray is very lightweight and works really well when you want to have some movement in your hair and you know, wanted to do some fresh curls. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this, and I like to kind of pull apart my hair. It helps give it a little bit of volume. Spray the front a little. I feel like it adds a little volume when you kind of like pull it up. You can kind of see this side has more now. So same thing with that side. If you have problems with flyaways, obviously you can spray the top. So yeah, I don't really like to add too much product to this type of hairstyle because I just want it to be kind of natural looking and not so crazy. You guys know I love tucking my hair behind my ear. That's probably what I'll do with this, but yeah, that is the finished product for this wand, for this type of hairstyle. It took me not very long. I mean, this video, I think I've only been filming for less than 15 minutes. So if I weren't even filming, it would probably take me like 5 to 10 minutes total. I mean, this really just worked really, really well. So overall, I really like this iron. This was literally the first time I've used it. I just took it out of the box. I'm pretty impressed with it. Again, I haven't used a wand with a clamp on it in a very long time. So for me, this took a second to get used to, but it was almost quicker to curl my hair like this, and I really like the outcome. Very similar to the outcome of how my hair is when I use a wand, but I just felt like this was a little bit faster, and how quick it was to heat up, loved that. I mean, seriously, if you are trying to rush out of the house, you can seriously do this. I mean, the wand heats up quick and you're out of the door in like 10 minutes after doing your hair. I mean, it literally took me no time at all, so I was really impressed with this all in all. All right, you guys, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial and review, and make sure that if you're not already, to hit that subscribe button down below. I would also love it if you hit the notification bell, because it seems like YouTube just isn't really posting videos on timelines or like showing you I've uploaded something unless you've hit the notification bell. So if you want to know exactly when I post my next video and you want to get alerted, make sure to hit that bell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.